Most men get this completely wrong, and it's the exact reason she loses interest. But what if I told you attraction isn't something you chase, it's something you create? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand how to make a woman genuinely desire you, even if right now she feels nothing. Let's be real for a second. Attraction can feel confusing, frustrating, and sometimes even unfair. You might be thinking, why does she like him and not me? Or what am I doing wrong? The truth is, attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. It's deeply rooted in psychology, how a person feels when they're around you. And once you understand this, everything changes. This matters not just for relationships, but for your confidence, your mental health, and how you show up in everyday life. When you learn how attraction works, you stop chasing validation and start becoming naturally magnetic. So let's break this down step by step. First, understand this. You cannot force attraction, but you can influence it. Many men make the mistake of trying too hard. They over-text, over-compliment, and over-explain themselves. But here's the truth. The attraction grows in space, not pressure. When someone feels overwhelmed, they pull away. When they feel curiosity, they lean in. Think about it like this. Have you ever been more interested in someone who seemed just a little mysterious? That's not an accident. That's psychology. So instead of trying to convince her to like you, focus on becoming someone she naturally becomes curious about. Now let's talk about the first key principle, emotional impact. People don't remember everything you say. They remember how you made them feel. If every interaction with you feels boring, predictable, or needy, attraction fades. But if she feels excitement, comfort, and a bit of unpredictability, that's where desire starts to grow. For example, instead of asking boring questions like, how was your day? Try something more engaging like, what's something funny that happened to you this week? This creates emotion. It makes the interaction memorable. The goal is simple. Become the highlight of her day, not just another message in her inbox. Next, let's talk about confidence, but not the fake kind. Real confidence is quiet. It doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't try to impress. It simply exists. When you're confident, you don't need her approval. And ironically, that's what makes you more attractive. Here's a simple shift. Stop trying to win her over and start evaluating her. Ask yourself, does she fit into my life? This mindset alone changes your energy completely. Women are highly intuitive. They can sense when you're seeking validation versus when you genuinely value yourself. And that difference is powerful. Now let's move to something most people ignore. Body language. Your words matter, but your body speaks louder. Eye contact, posture, tone of voice. These all send signals before you even say anything. Stand straight. Speak slowly. Maintain eye contact, but don't stare aggressively. Relax your shoulders. These small changes instantly make you appear more confident and grounded. And here's a big one. Smile, but don't overdo it. A natural, relaxed smile creates warmth. A forced smile creates discomfort. Remember, the attraction is not just heard, it's felt. Now, let's talk about mystery and unpredictability. If you're always available, always replying instantly, always agreeing with everything she says, you become predictable. And predictability kills attraction. This doesn't mean playing games. It means having a life. When you're busy building yourself, your goals, your fitness, your purpose, you naturally become less available. And that creates intrigue. For example, instead of replying immediately every single time, take your time. Let conversations breathe. Let her wonder a little. Curiosity is one of the strongest drivers of attraction. Now, here's something very important. Emotional independence. If your happiness depends on her attention, she will feel that pressure. And pressure pushes people away. But when you're emotionally independent, you enjoy her presence without needing it. That's incredibly attractive. Think about it. Would you be more drawn to someone who needs you constantly or someone who chooses you while already being happy? Exactly. Now let's talk about the power of teasing and playfulness. Attraction isn't built through serious conversations alone. It thrives in light, fun, and playful energy. Teasing, when done right, creates connection. It shows confidence and comfort. For example, if she says she loves coffee, you could say, oh, so you're one of those people who can't function without caffeine. Say it with a smile. Keep it light. The key is to make her laugh, not offend her. Playfulness creates emotional spikes, and emotional spikes create attraction. Now let's cover a big mistake. Over-investing too early. Many men give too much too soon, too much attention, too many compliments, too much emotional energy, but attraction needs time to grow. If you give everything at the beginning, there's nothing left to build. It feels rushed and unnatural. Instead, match her energy. If she invests, you invest. If she pulls back, you give space. This creates balance, and balance is attractive. Another important point is self-improvement. You cannot expect someone to desire you if you're not working on yourself. This includes your physical health, your mindset, your communication skills, and your purpose in life. Go to the gym, dress well, improve your posture, learn new skills, build something meaningful. Not for her, but for yourself, because when you improve your life, attraction becomes a byproduct. Now let's talk about authenticity. Trying to be someone you're not will always fail in the long run. People can sense when you're being fake. Instead, focus on being the best version of yourself. If you're naturally calm, embrace that. If you're funny, use it. If you're ambitious, show it, authenticity builds trust, Eddie, and trust is the foundation of attraction. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Rejection is part of the process. Not every woman will be interested in you, and that's okay. Attraction is not universal. It's selective. Instead of taking rejection personally, see it as redirection. Eddie, it simply means she's not the right match. The more you accept this, the more confident and relaxed you become. And confidence is attractive. Now, let's quickly go over some do's and don'ts. Do maintain your self-respect. Do focus on your life goals. Do create emotional experiences. Do communicate clearly and calmly. Don't chase excessively. Don't overtext. Don't seek constant validation. Don't ignore your own value, simple but powerful. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. And here's something important. Watch till the end, because this next point can completely change how you approach attraction. Attraction grows when there is a balance of comfort and challenge. If it's all comfort, it becomes boring. If it's all challenge, it becomes exhausting. You need both. Comfort makes her feel safe. Challenge keeps her engaged. For example, listen to her, understand her, but also have your own opinions. Don't agree with everything just to please her. This creates a dynamic interaction, and dynamic interactions are attractive. Now let's bring everything together. Attraction is not about tricks or manipulation. It's about becoming someone who naturally draws people in. It's about confidence, emotional intelligence, self-respect, and growth. When you focus on these, you stop asking, how do I make her like me? And start realizing the right person will be drawn to me. And that shift changes everything. Before we wrap up, I want you to comment below, what's one thing you're going to improve after watching this video? I read every comment and I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Because on this channel, we break down psychology, health, and real life strategies in a simple way that actually works. In the end, remember this: you don't need to chase attraction. You need to become attractive through your mindset, your actions, and your lifestyle. Work on yourself. Stay patient, stay consistent, and the right people won't just notice you, they'll desire you. And there's one more layer that most people completely overlook, and it's the difference between short-term attention and real desire. Short-term attention is easy. You can get it with looks, money, or even saying the right things at the right time. But real desire, the kind that makes someone think about you when you're not around, that comes from emotional connection and consistency over time. So how do you build that? You create moments that stand out. Most interactions people have every day are forgettable. Same questions, same answers, same energy. If you want to stand out, you need to break that pattern. For example, instead of always meeting in the same type of place, suggest something slightly different. A walk in a quiet park, trying a new activity, or even something simple like people watching and making fun observations together. These small shifts create unique memories, and memory is strongly tied to attraction. Now let's talk about communication on a deeper level. Good communication is not about talking more. It's about understanding more. Listen carefully to what she says. Not just the words, but the emotion behind them. If she talks about something she enjoys, explore it. If she shares something personal, acknowledge it. This makes her feel seen. And feeling seen is powerful. But here's the balance. You don't want to become her therapist. There's a difference between being emotionally present and being emotionally available all the time. If you're always there to solve problems, but never creating fun or excitement, the dynamic becomes one-sided. Attraction needs both depth and lightness. Now let's go into something advanced. Emotional pacing. This means not revealing everything about yourself too quickly. If you tell your whole story in the first few conversations, there's no discovery left. Attraction grows through layers, little by little. Share, but leave room for curiosity. Let her ask questions. Let her discover things about you over time. This keeps the interaction alive and evolving. Another powerful element is purpose. When you have a clear direction in life, it changes how people see you. You speak differently. You carry yourself differently. Your decisions become stronger, and this naturally attracts others. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be moving forward. Whether it's your career, your health, or your personal growth, having goals makes you more grounded and focused, and that focus is attractive. Now, let's address something important. Respect. Desire cannot exist without respect. If you tolerate disrespect, ignore red flags, or lower your standards just to keep someone interested, attraction will eventually fade. Set boundaries. This doesn't mean being rude or aggressive. It means knowing your value and not accepting less. For example, if she constantly cancels plans without reason, don't chase or beg for her time. Pull back. Focus on your own life. Respect is not given, it's maintained. And when you respect yourself, others follow. Now let's talk about energy. Every person brings a certain energy into a room. Some people feel heavy, negative, or draining. Others feel calm, positive, and uplifting. Ask yourself, what kind of energy do you bring? If you're always complaining, seeking attention, or feeling insecure, it shows. But if you're calm, grounded, and positive, people feel comfortable around you. And comfort is a big part of attraction. This doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. It means you manage your emotions in a healthy way. Take care of your mental health. Get enough sleep. Exercise regularly. Spend time doing things you enjoy. Your internal state reflects externally. Now here's something that might surprise you. Silence can be powerful. Not every moment needs to be filled with talking. Comfortable silence shows confidence. It shows that you're not trying to impress constantly. If you can sit with someone in silence and still feel relaxed, that creates a deeper connection because it removes pressure. Now let's cover another common mistake. Trying to win her over. Attraction is not a competition. You're not trying to prove you're better than other men. You're simply expressing who you are and allowing the right person to connect with that. When you shift from winning to connecting, your entire approach changes. You become more natural, more relaxed, more genuine. And that's what people are drawn to. Another key point is consistency. Being attractive one day and distant the next creates confusion. You don't need to be perfect, but you need to be stable. Respond in a reasonable time. Keep your word. Show up when you say you will. Consistency builds trust, and trust strengthens attraction. Now, let's bring in something practical you can start using immediately. The next time you interact with a woman you like, focus on 3 things. First, your presence. Be fully there. Put your phone away. Give your attention. Second, your tone. Speak calmly and clearly. Don't rush your words. Third, your mindset. Instead of thinking, I hope she likes me, think, let's see if we connect. This small shift reduces pressure and increases authenticity. Now, before we finish, there's one final truth you need to understand. You cannot make someone desire you if they are completely not aligned with you. And that's okay. Your goal is not to attract everyone. Your goal is to attract the right people. When you focus on self-growth, emotional intelligence, and living a meaningful life, you naturally become more attractive, not just to one person, but to many. And from there, you choose who deserves your time and energy. So take what you've learned today and apply it. Start small. Stay consistent. Focus on growth. And over time, you won't need to ask how to create attraction because it will happen naturally. If you found value in this, don't forget to subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and comment below your biggest takeaway. Your journey starts now.